Have you ever looked at a ripe, juicy mango or a plump bunch of grapes and thought, that's gotta be too sweet for me now? Maybe your doctor or a well-meaning friend told you to stay away from sweet fruits because of your blood sugar. Maybe you've been told that sweet equals dangerous, especially when it comes to diabetes. But what if I told you that some of the sweetest fruits in your kitchen might actually be fighting diabetes, not feeding it? I know it sounds hard to believe. We've all been taught for years that sugar is the enemy, especially as we get older. But here's the truth. Not all sugar is created equal, and nature has a few surprises up her sleeve. In fact, there are two incredibly sweet fruits that researchers are now discovering can help regulate blood sugar, support your pancreas, and even make your body more sensitive to insulin. And yes, they're fruits you'd expect to avoid, but the science is turning that old advice on its head. Now I get it. You might be thinking, I've had diabetes for years. Can a fruit really make a difference? Or maybe you're not diabetic, but your doctor said you're borderline or pre-diabetic, and you're worried. That's completely understandable. The last thing you want is to spike your blood sugar and risk your health. But here's the exciting part. Nature actually packs certain fruits with powerful compounds that do more than just taste sweet. They go to work inside your body, helping you fight inflammation, slow down sugar absorption, and even improve insulin function. So in today's video, we're diving deep into this surprising truth. We're talking about two specific sweet fruits that might just become your best allies in managing or even reversing type 2 diabetes. And believe me, when you find out what these are and how they work, you'll never look at your fruit bowl the same way again. Now let's start with something that's been getting a lot of buzz in the nutrition world lately. Mangoes. Yes, mangoes. I know what you're thinking. They're sweet, sticky, and full of sugar. They taste like sunshine in summer and maybe even a little guilt. But hold on. Recent studies have shown something truly fascinating. Mangoes, despite their sweetness, have compounds called mangiferin and quercetin, which do something extraordinary in the body. They help regulate blood sugar by improving how your cells use insulin. One study out of Oklahoma State University found that obese individuals who consume mango every day for 12 weeks actually saw a significant improvement in blood sugar control. The fiber in mango slows down how quickly your body absorbs natural sugars, and the antioxidants in the fruit reduce inflammation that often worsens insulin resistance. That's a big deal, because when your cells become more sensitive to insulin, your body doesn't need to produce as much of it, and your blood sugar stays more stable. And the best part? You don't need to eat a whole mango every day. Just a few slices, maybe added to your breakfast or a light salad, can go a long way. Let me pause here and say something important. I'm not suggesting you go out and eat mangoes by the bucket, but I am saying that when eaten in moderation and as part of a balanced diet, this fruit can be surprisingly beneficial, even for those managing diabetes. It's all about portion and pairing. Try combining a few mango slices with a protein like plain Greek yogurt or a handful of almonds. The protein and healthy fat will slow sugar absorption even more, giving your body time to respond properly. Now, the second sweet fruit on our list might surprise you even more. It's the date. Yes, those chewy, caramel-like bites of goodness you see around the holidays or tucked into those little plastic trays in the grocery store. Dates have been used for centuries in Middle Eastern medicine, and for good reason. They're naturally sweet, yes, but they also have a very low glycemic load when eaten in small amounts. That means they don't spike your blood sugar nearly as much as you'd expect. Here's the secret. Dates are rich in soluble fiber. This kind of fiber forms a sort of gel in your stomach, slowing down digestion and the absorption of sugar. That means your blood sugar rises more slowly, giving your body more time to deal with it. But that's not all. Dates also contain magnesium, potassium, and antioxidants that all support metabolic health. In fact, some small studies suggest that dates might help reduce oxidative stress and support liver health, both of which are important for managing blood sugar. And here's a little tip that I love to share. Take 1 or 2 dates, split them open, and stuff them with a teaspoon of almond butter. You've got a delicious, diabetes-friendly treat that satisfies your sweet tooth without sending your glucose through the roof. It's small changes like these that can make a big difference, not just in your numbers, but in how you feel. Because managing your health after 60 doesn't mean you have to give up everything you love. It just means learning to enjoy those things in smarter, healthier ways. So now we've taken a closer look at mangoes and dates, two fruits that many people think they should avoid. And we've seen that, with the right approach, they can actually help fight diabetes. Isn't that empowering? To know that you don't have to fear every sweet bite, that you can still enjoy some of the foods you love and help your body at the same time? And this is really the heart of it, isn't it? Getting older doesn't mean surrendering to disease. It means learning how to work with your body, not against it. Using the wisdom you've gained over the years to make choices that lift you up, not bring you down. Because you deserve to feel good. You deserve to enjoy your meals, to wake up with energy, to walk into your kitchen and know that the food there can support your health, not steal it. Now that we have started to uncover the sweet surprises nature has hidden in plain sight, let's keep going. There's more to this story and more powerful fruits that might be quietly helping your body more than you ever imagined. So now that we've peeled back the truth on mangoes and dates, two fruits that many folks fear, let's take things a step further. Because if there's one thing I've learned over the years, it's that health doesn't come from avoiding everything sweet. It comes from understanding what truly supports your body and letting nature give you a helping hand. Now, I want to share another fruit with you that's often misunderstood, especially by people trying to manage their blood sugar. It's sweet, it's small, and it's often overlooked because, let's be honest, it looks a bit ordinary sitting in a bowl on the counter. But this little gem packs a punch. I'm talking about apples. Yes, apples. The good old-fashioned apple that most of us grew up with, tucked into school lunches, sliced into pies, or picked right off the tree in the fall. But here's what many people don't know. Certain varieties of apples, especially red apples like Fuji, Gala, or Honeycrisp, are not only naturally sweet, they're rich in something called polyphenols. These are plant compounds that help reduce blood sugar spikes and support insulin sensitivity. One of the most powerful polyphenols in apples is floricin, which has been studied for its role in blocking sugar absorption in the intestines. That's right. This compound actually slows down how quickly glucose enters your bloodstream. Pair that with the fiber in apples, especially in the skin, and you've got a fruit that gently sweetens your day without crashing your energy or spiking your glucose. But there's more. Apples also contain pectin, a type of soluble fiber that helps feed the good bacteria in your gut. And as we're learning more and more, your gut health plays a huge role in how well your body handles sugar. A happy gut helps lower inflammation, support digestion, and even regulate hunger hormones. So eating an apple isn't just a snack, it's a little act of daily medicine for your metabolism. And the beauty of apples is how easy they are to work into your routine. You can slice one up with a bit of peanut butter, dice it into oatmeal, or even stew it with cinnamon for a warm, cozy dessert that won't leave you feeling guilty. Remember, the goal isn't to cut out sweetness completely. It's to choose the right kind of sweetness, the kind that works with your body, not against it. Now, while we're talking about fruits that seem sweet but actually help your blood sugar, I have to bring up one more that might raise some eyebrows. Grapes. Yes, grapes. These little guys often get lumped into the too sugary category, especially because they're so easy to snack on by the handful. But here's the thing. When you eat grapes in moderation and pay attention to the type of grape, they can offer some remarkable benefits for blood sugar control. Grapes, particularly red and black varieties, are loaded with resveratrol. That's the same antioxidant found in red wine that's been linked to heart health. But it also plays a key role in how your body uses insulin. Resveratrol has been shown to increase insulin sensitivity, which helps your cells absorb glucose more effectively, meaning your pancreas doesn't have to work so hard to produce insulin in the first place. And here's something even more interesting. Resveratrol also helps reduce oxidative stress in the body, which is a fancy way of saying it calms the kind of internal inflammation that contributes to insulin resistance. It's like giving your body a little breather, a reset button, every time you enjoy a few grapes. Now, of course, portion matters. You don't need a big bowl of grapes to get these benefits. A small handful, maybe 10 to 12 grapes, is plenty to give your body a dose of goodness without overloading it with sugar. And again, pairing matters. Try having grapes with a piece of cheese or a few walnuts to balance things out. That mix of protein, fiber, and healthy fat slows the sugar absorption and makes your snack more filling too. And let's not forget how satisfying grapes can be when you're craving something sweet. Pop them in the freezer for a cool treat on a warm day, or add them to a chicken salad for a touch of sweetness that feels indulgent without any guilt. Now, I know it can feel confusing. One expert says, avoid fruit. Another says, eat fruit with caution. And here I am telling you that some of the sweetest fruits on the planet might actually help your blood sugar. But this is why it's so important to look beyond the headlines and dig into what's really happening in your body. Because diabetes, especially type 2, is not just about sugar. It's about how your body processes sugar. It's about inflammation, gut health, insulin sensitivity, and liver function. And when you start to nourish those parts of your health with the right foods, including the right fruits, you begin to take back control. You're not just managing diabetes, you're working to reverse it, naturally, gently, and with foods that taste good and make you feel good. And let's be honest, after 60, your health shouldn't feel like a punishment. You've worked hard. You've lived through decades of change, challenge, and growth. You deserve to enjoy what you eat and feel confident that your choices are helping you, not hurting you. That's the beauty of finding balance with foods like mangoes, dates, apples, and grapes. They're sweet, they're satisfying, and they're full of life-giving nutrients your body can actually use. And isn't that the goal? To wake up in the morning with energy, to feel steady and strong throughout the day, to enjoy a sweet treat and know it's supporting your health, not stealing it away. That's what we're aiming for. So let's keep going. We've already seen how 4 delicious, naturally sweet fruits can play a powerful role in managing diabetes, but there's still more to explore, because the real magic happens when you learn how to build your meals, your habits, and your lifestyle around simple choices that add up to something bigger, something lasting. Now, if you've been following along, you're probably starting to feel what I've been hoping for since the beginning, that sweet fruits aren't the enemy. In fact, the right ones, eaten the right way, can be powerful allies in your journey toward better blood sugar control, more energy, and a healthier life overall. But before we wrap things up, there's one more fruit we need to talk about. It might not be as flashy as a mango or as comforting as an apple, but it deserves a spot on your plate, especially if you're serious about improving your health after 60. I'm talking about berries, blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, strawberries, the whole colorful bunch. Now, you might be thinking, aren't berries already considered healthy? And yes, they are. But what's truly surprising is just how impactful they can be for people with diabetes, especially seniors. These little fruits are nutritional powerhouses, packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and fiber. But what makes them really special is their extremely low glycemic load. That means even though they taste sweet, they don't cause the dramatic blood sugar spikes that some other fruits and processed snacks might. In fact, studies have shown that eating berries regularly can improve insulin sensitivity and help the body respond better to sugar overall. And that's not all. Berries also help reduce inflammation, support heart health, and even protect brain function, which becomes more and more important as we age. Blueberries in particular have been studied for their effects on blood sugar. One study found that older adults who ate blueberries daily had better glucose control, and even improved memory. It's like nature's own multivitamin, sweet, delicious, and supportive of both your body and your mind. And the great thing about berries is how versatile they are. You can throw a handful into your morning oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or just eat them fresh as a mid-morning pick-me-up. Frozen berries are just as powerful too, often picked at peak ripeness and locked in with nutrients. So don't be afraid to keep a bag or two in your freezer for easy access. What I love most, though, is how berries feel like a treat. They give you that little burst of sweetness without the guilt, without the crash, and without the worry. And when you find healthy foods that you actually enjoy eating, that's when real lasting change starts to happen. Because let's face it, no one sticks to a plan that feels like punishment. And that brings me to something I really want you to take to heart. You've made it through this video because you care. You care about your health. You care about your future. And most importantly, you're open to learning and trying new things, even if they go against the old rules we were told for years. Remember when we were told to cut out all sugar, to avoid fruit altogether, and to fear every carb? It created this fear around food that left so many people confused, stressed, and, frankly, defeated. But now we know better. We know that food isn't just fuel. It's information. It's medicine. And yes, it can even be sweet. When you choose fruits like mangoes, dates, apples, grapes, and berries, and when you eat them mindfully in balanced portions paired with fiber, protein, or healthy fat, you're giving your body the tools it needs to thrive. You're not just managing diabetes, you're challenging it. And more doctors, researchers, and nutritionists are starting to notice. These aren't fad diets or gimmicks. This is about real, whole, natural food, the kind our bodies were meant to eat. And you don't need fancy supplements or expensive powders to get started. You just need a little knowledge, a bit of courage to try something new, and the belief that you have more power than you think. Because you do. You absolutely do. Even if you've struggled for years, even if your doctor has told you that your numbers aren't where they should be, even if you've tried and failed before, you can begin again, right now, with something as simple as a sweet piece of fruit. So what do you say? The next time you're in the kitchen and your sweet tooth kicks in, instead of reaching for cookies or candy, reach for nature. Let yourself enjoy that mango slice. Savor the chew of a medjool date. Grab a crisp apple. Toss a few grapes into your lunch. Fill a bowl with berries and feel good about every single bite. You're not breaking the rules. You're rewriting them in a way that finally makes sense, feels good, and actually works for your life. A life that's meant to be enjoyed, not endured. And before we finish up, I just want to say this. Thank you. Thank you for taking this step. Thank you for showing up for yourself. And thank you for being part of a community that believes it's never too late to feel better, do better, and live better. If you found this video helpful, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Tell me, which of these fruits are you going to try this week, or do you already enjoy them in your diet? Your story might inspire someone else, someone who's struggling and needs that little spark of hope. And if you haven't already, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. We've got so many more tips, tricks, and feel-good strategies coming your way. Because you deserve a life full of energy, joy, and sweet moments that lift you up, not drag you down. Here's to your health, your strength, and your beautiful, sweet future. You've got this. And I'll be right here with you every step of the way.